Hello everyone, I'm Liao Qiuhong. Today I will share a paper named Quantitative Study for Determination of Glucose Concentration using Attenuated Total Reflectance Terahertz Spectroscopy. This paper was published on Engineering of Agriculture, Environment and Food at 2012. The authors was Didin Suhandi, etc. There are 4 parts of this presentation. First, introduction. Quantitative analysis of sugar concentration in solution is important on fermentation, brewing progress, or manufacture soft drinks. And the previous method was HPLC, visible near-infrared, mid-infrared. But there's no report on terahertz region. As shown in this picture, the terahertz region is between microwaves and infrared waves. It has rich information about intermolecular and intermolecular of vibrational model of biological molecules. And when the terahertz spectroscopy applied in solutions, the water has a strong absorption. So using attenuated total reflectance method, short for ATR method, for sample presentation, can get the spectrometric information of the sample. So in this study, the author want to show the ATR terahertz together with chemometric technique for determination of glucose concentration in the solution. And then materials. The materials was sugar powder dissolved in distilled water and get 50 sample. And then randomly separated into 2 sample sets, calibration and validation. And then this table shows the property of these 2 sample sets. 2 spectral accuracy method. And the silicon ATR prism was the most important part of the ATR system, and it has a high reflective index than sample. And the terahertz waves generated from the high pressure mercury lamp and go to ATR prism and generate the evanescence waves. And then evanescence waves penetrate the sample and get the absorption information. And this table shows the experimental conditions. 3 spectral analysis. The spectral data analyzed by unscribbler region and social science region. And original spectrum was the average of 3 replicates, and then pre-processed by the following method, and then developed the calibration model by partial least squares regression method, short for PLS regression method. About the result and discussion. And this picture was a typical ATR spectra of glucose solution in terahertz region. And the peak absorbance was found at 150 and 250 wave number. And the previous study showed this peak is associated with water, and the increase of the glucose concentration followed by the decrease of the absorbance. The reason was that the increase of the glucose followed by the decrease of the water, free water in glucose concentration. And to develop the calibration model, and compared all of the pre-processing method, the other thought the SG second derivative shows the best result. And the PLS regression method also can find out the location of the sample. As showed in the former picture, the 150 and 250 wave number were associated with water. So the 150 and 312 wave number were associated with glucose. Also, you can see the regression coefficient was 2 times higher in low frequency region than that in high frequency region. It indicated that the intermolecular hydrogen bonding was higher than that of intermolecular vibration model in glucose concentration. And in the step of the validation step, by 95% t-test, the results showed there's no significant difference between predicted and measured results. So the calibration model was successfully developed. And then about the summary and conclusion. ATR terahertz together with chemometric techniques was successful for determination of glucose concentration in solution. And the best pre-processing method was SG second derivative. And also the intermolecular of hydrogen bonding was qualified in glucose concentration. Also, the further investigations were necessary for complex solutions determination. That's all. Thanks for your attention.
Any question from Stefan? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You mentioned that glucose concentration has been measured by visual infrared, near infrared in the previous study.
Yes.
I would like to know from you what's the advantage of terahertz over NIR visual method?
Where's the bonding advantage of the terahertz?
Yes.
Maybe compare.
Why it is necessary to use the terahertz as visual and NIR has been already used?
Yes.
And this is a very simple technique, I know.
Yes.
You know.
Maybe near infrared or mid infrared is well development. The advantage of the terahertz, I think, what I think is the disadvantage. The device is expensive. and not well developed recently. Maybe they want to try or another way to measure these solutions, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other?
Follow.
So I have one additional comment about this work. So just this is just the first word for measuring the liquid sample. So and so they try to measure more detail about
more complex
more complex
solutions.
things. So for more complex things. But at the first time, so
This is the
we are
fundamental
from
experiment.
simple sample, so
Yes.
we need to measure that. It is just a first step. So is it okay?
引用 study, the objective is measure the concentration of sugar.
Yes. Yes.
So, in your motivation, the advantage of their health is the high sensitivity of the water.
Yes.
This you mentioned.
Yes.
So, I think there is some difference between the sugar content and water information. So,
Yeah.
how to connect this information about the water and sugar content?
Because the water has a strong absorption in terahertz region. Yes. So the other use the 80 or 10.
I mean that
Yes.
your target is sugar
Yes.
or glucose or something.
Yeah.
But you focus on the water.
Focus
so
on
there's
the
a
water.
difference, I think.
Because the water is dissolved in the water, so the absorbance of the spectra should show the water's absorbance.
Sorry.
Because the sample was the solution. It has water and sugar. So the spectroscopy data, the line of the spectroscopy, should consist with sugar and water. And the original data was had the absorption of the water, but after some analyzed, we also can find out the sugar located in terahertz region.
So, in case of the concentration of sugar solution, how to get the water condition?
How to?
And the water condition compared to the
The sample preparation, different weight of the sugar powder and different weight of the water. Put different weight of the sugar powder in.
I mean the maybe in solution, water is connected to the sugar and make a bind.
Yes.
So I think by using terahertz, we can get such information.
Yes.
Right?
In this in the null frequency region, it is always mainly shows the absorption of the hydrogen bonding. You can see in the high frequency logic, from 200 to 500 wave number. This is for intramolecular vibrational model. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I will just in this slide, I cannot see any information because
Yes.
the table is a little small.
Sorry.
So I don't know what do you want to say. This is a very important slide because that is the result.
Yeah.
So next time please pick up some important point.
Okay.
No need to all information.
Okay. Thank you for your comments.
Okay, thank you. Any other question from Japan? Okay, so do you have a question from NTU?
Thank you for your presentation. For example, when you use microwaves, something exposed to it will add heat. So I wonder if the terahertz waves will affect the medium in some kind of way, and if that will affect the measurement.
And you mean the terahertz affect what?
Affect the medium that you're
Medium.
measuring on, in this case, water.
In the case of water. You mean the water, the spectroscopy, no, terahertz spectroscopy affected the water? Yes, the water has a very strong absorption in terahertz region because of the hydrogen bonding, I think. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding or intermolecular vibration mode. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Thank you. One question about, can you explain the advantage of this new technique compared to the NIR technique? Because the sugar can detect the sugar with the NIR technique very well. So what is the advantage of this new technique? Thank you.
Sorry, next question. I answer this question firstly. I said from now I just found the disadvantage of the terahertz spectroscopy, but the lecture members showed this is just the first step of use terahertz spectroscopy for measuring the complex solution or more other something. Maybe he is more fast or more sensitive than your infrared and middle infrared. And also he has a different theory from the NIR and MIR. Thank you.
So that's all questions from NTU.
Thank you very much.